What is up, everybody? I wanted to do some announcements here. First and foremost, the Blu-rays for the movie are finished. Yeah, we've been in the process of signing them and all that stuff. And Rob has been just instrumental in organizing all the different spreadsheets to get all the address changes and and organizing everything in an efficient manner. That's taken a few weeks to do. It's a lot of work. But they have been starting to get mailed out. In fact, I mailed out like 40 today, just this morning. So, but keep in mind, it's just me printing out labels on my computer. We're not a big company that has a shipping department. We're just some chodes. So we're doing the best we can to get these out as quickly as possible. But it's still gonna be a little bit. Just don't think that just because it hasn't arrived, that it's been lost in the mail or we forgot you or something like that. Just give it a little time, a little bit more patience. I know you've been extremely patient this whole process. I don't want to show the name on the label, or the address, but here it is. There we go. This particular person ordered a game. What game? Oh, it's a signed game. I'm not going to show you what game it is. It's not a sports game. That's a process that's going to be going on for the next couple of months probably, and also shirts as well. All your perks, they're going to come all together. In fact, there might actually be somebody watching this video right now who has had their Blu-ray already arrive. Now, as for the season Blu-rays, they're not too far behind. Season 1, 2, and 3 are pretty much done. Just a little bit more work on season 5. In fact, season 1 is about to go to the manufacturer. Right now, I'm just in the process of, this is a prototype disc right here, season 1. I've checked it for errors, but I have to have other people check it for errors too, because no matter how many times you check something, if you see it over and over and over again, you're bound to miss something. And I know people where that has actually happened to, where they mass produced a Blu-ray and there was an error that they just missed, and it got mailed out to everybody, and it was actually a really bad error. They couldn't get to a certain menu and content on the Blu-ray. So I'm absolutely paranoid about that sort of thing, because we're not a huge company. If we have to do a recall, then we're effed. So this is in test mode, so I'm about to give this to somebody, and so they can watch it and just make sure that everything is good and that I didn't miss anything. And there's another one here, season 3. Season 3 disc 2. So they are all in the process of being finalized to go to the manufacturer. Now, keep in mind also that if you ordered the Blu-ray and the seasons, you are going to have to wait for the seasons to finish just so we can ship them all together. Otherwise, it's thousands and thousands of more dollars in shipping. That the way shipping has gone up, and I'll talk about a little bit about that more here in a minute. It's pretty crazy, and we just have to do it that way. But the fact that you are waiting a little bit longer to get everything, we're gonna throw in a little something special in the package for you, a little bonus for you. So just also keep that in mind. Second announcement I have here is the SoCal Gaming Expo. We are going to be there this coming weekend, actually, and it's in Ontario, California, the Ontario Convention Center. So I always enjoy coming out here. I think it's one of the better conventions, and I highly recommend that you come out as well and say hi. And if you want to actually pick up your Blu-ray, your movie Blu-ray, we'll have a list to be able to scratch off names. You can do that. So it'll probably get in your hands quicker than mailing it out. So there you go. If you haven't pre-ordered the Blu-ray, you can actually go and buy it, because we have extra single disc copies. If you pre-ordered the Blu-ray and you're going to come pick it up at SoCal, that is the 2-disc special edition. That is specific for the Kickstarter people who pre-ordered it. That is your special edition with the second disc and so much more bonus content. The ones that were the extra copies that we're selling just for people who want to come get a copy, it's not that version. So if you're thinking to yourself, wow, the people can just come into the convention and get something that I pre-ordered and I still haven't got my pre-order yet, just keep in mind they're getting I wouldn't say a watered down version, but you're getting a much better version for pre-ordering. The reason we're having to sell extra copies in person like this is to offset a lot of the shipping that has gone up. We're not going to be selling it on the website until all the Kickstarter orders go out, I don't know why I couldn't think of the word orders, but as soon as all the Kickstarter orders go out, then we'll mass sell it online. But until then, we are going to sell a few copies just in person, because a couple of years ago when we took in the money for all these orders, shipping was a certain rate. Well, obviously we would know what's happened in the world in the last couple of years, and that shipping is a lot more now. But we can't come back to you guys and say, hey, actually the shipping that we charge doesn't cover it anymore. We're not going to do that. So we got to make up the costs somehow, whether it be pulling money for our own pockets or selling a few extra copies at a convention. It's just part of what we have to do to ease the burden and to help just offset some of the costs that are just ballooning because of the shit show out there right now. And hey, at the end of the day, it's our own fault. This project took a little bit longer, well, a lot longer than I initially thought it was going to. So we got nobody to blame but ourselves. That's totally on me. I'll never claim to be the fastest in doing anything, but I will claim that whatever it is we do, put our heart and soul into it and try to deliver the best possible product available. Because when I make something that has my name attached to it, I want it to be the best quality it can possibly be. I didn't want it to take as long as it did. But I wasn't going to settle for something that I didn't feel was of good enough quality just to get it out sooner. Now, the final announcement I have here is one that I wasn't actually going to talk about, but I felt it necessary because there are people already kind of talking about it on social media, and it's not one of those things you're going to be able to keep a secret. The movie has actually been accepted on Amazon Prime. That's right, you can actually buy and rent the movie on Amazon Prime. There's just one problem. Well, there's a couple of problems. Well, the main problem is they effed it up. So Joe did an amazing 5.1 surround sound mix that, man, it's gonna sound amazing on the Blu-ray when you get them. That if you have a really nice system, home theater system, it's gonna sound great. They did something and caused it to be mono. Yeah, so the movie plays in mono. And I have no idea why, because we submitted a 5.1 mix. We didn't even submit a mono mix. So it's some sort of technical thing on their end. Don't know what it is. I have actually emailed their support and tried to figure out the solution, but that was an email that was sent last night and I still haven't heard back. And I have to record this video today. I wish I had more time to record this video so I could have more information, but I don't. I would not recommend getting the movie there, simply because you're not going to get the full experience unless you have that really good sound mix. Now, we actually have it up on Vimeo on demand and have been selling digital codes for the last couple of weeks. Now, the thing about the Vimeo upload is they don't support 5.1 either, but at least it's in stereo. Nobody wants to watch a movie in mono. That's just ridiculous. That is not something that is going to appeal to, I don't think, anybody. However, the Vimeo, at least it has a decent stereo mix. So I would recommend getting it from Vimeo if you want to purchase a digital download. And I'll put the link down below if you want to do that. If it's just more simple for you to watch it on Prime and you don't care what the sound sounds like, then that's your option as well. I would just recommend Vimeo for the sound. Well, ultimately for the sound, and I would recommend the Blu-Rays. We'll eventually make enough for everybody to get one for the single disc at some point. I'd highly recommend just doing the Vimeo. Not only that, we get 90% of that revenue, whereas Amazon, we're probably going to get like 30 cents a rental and maybe like $1 a purchase, if that. They're not very generous when it comes to the, at least from what I know. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but from what I've known in the past, they're not very generous when it comes to the sharing of the revenue, because they're such a huge platform. They're like, well, exposure. Okay, so I recommend the Vimeo. If you want to support us, the Vimeo. If that's something you're interested in. But in either way, however you want to watch it, Blu-ray or Vimeo or Amazon Prime, the fact that you even want to watch it at all, we really appreciate it. There's a lot of hard work went into this, and we just are very happy that so many people out there are interested in it. That pretty much wraps it up. I mean, here's the thing with the Amazon thing, is that I wasn't even anticipating it going up here. With the whole distribution stuff, I was expecting, there to be more of a dialogue where we go to the aggregator and, they say, hey, well, Amazon Prime is interested. When do you want to upload it? When do you want to put it up? That's not how it worked. We just gave it to them, and then all of a sudden I find out like a couple days ago it's up on Amazon Prime. I didn't even realize it. I would have preferred it to have gone up a little bit later after all the pre-orders and stuff are out. Another thing that's really strange is Amazon cut off we had an after credits scene in the movie, and Amazon just cut it off for some reason. I guess they didn't like it. I don't know. Maybe it's a little too much for them. I don't know. I don't know why. And then another thing they also did is they rated the movie 18+. I can assure you, I promise you, that the movie is acceptable for all ages. Unless you are really, really against your child watching anything that involves farts, you're good to go. So, and that's really what was really strange. We rated it, we said all the stuff that was like bad in it, and I don't even think I listed anything. Like the worst language used is like hell or something, or damn. Basically, it's like Star Wars. Well, the movie's not like Star Wars. I'm talking about the language. So I don't know. It's just very strange, the Amazon. I mean, they accepted it. They wanted to put it on their platform. They were like, hell yeah. But then they go and screw up the audio, and then they rate it 18+ for no reason whatsoever. So again, maybe there's a good reason. I just don't know it. But anyway, I'm going to put all the links, SoCal, the Vimeo link, if you want to get a digital code for the movie. And thank you, everyone, for your patience, and thank you, everyone, for watching. And I hopefully won't ever have to do another update video ever again. Actually, I know it will. I'll do it when the seasons are done. I'll do an update video. But until then, I gotta start working on a new Game Chasers episode and Toy Chasers. So yeah, anyway, y'all have a good one.